welcome to another episode of Deb's Artsy Life. I think we're on episode 6, maybe. I wasn't able to upload an episode last weekend because my husband and I celebrated our 10th wedding anniversary and took a trip to Abingdon, Virginia, to the Barter Theater and saw Footloose, and it was fabulous. And then we went out to dinner and had a filet mignon, and oh, it was just a fabulous day. But it did take all day, so I did not film. And then Sunday I went to see my sister. So I do apologize for missing last weekend, and hopefully this video will stand in the place of the weekend. I've got lots of new subscribers, so welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the comments. I'd appreciate it if you liked and shared my videos. This podcast is called Deb's Artsy Life, and it's about all my artsy adventures. Painting, watercolor, mixed media, journaling, and of course, crochet mostly, and I'm learning to knit. So, hopefully there's something for you here that will interest you. But if I keep throwing these projects around, I'm going to lose my stitches. I'm going to knit while I'm talking to you, okay? That'll keep my hands busy. So I haven't accomplished very much because this is what happened. I began to, well, when I started knitting, I just immediately wanted to knit a sweater, and I pushed myself too hard and got very, very frustrated. I tried like 5 times and did quite a bit of work on this sweater pattern. And it called for 2 strands of yarn, which I should have known better. And it was also on circular needles, which I've never used for a project before. I used the straight needles, which is what beginners should probably use. I do have several straight needles, but I've got to work up to that apparently because I got so frustrated I almost stopped knitting altogether, but I couldn't let myself do that. So I decided to step back this week because one, I'm taking up valuable crochet and knitting time just frogging and unraveling, and I can't do that. So I realized, it took me years to master the art of crochet, and I'm still far from a master, but I'm still afraid to crochet a sweater. So knitting a sweater was a step too far so soon because I've only been knitting for just a few weeks. So, and I've picked it up really fast. I think because of the crocheting. I don't know that I would have picked it up that quickly without first knowing how to crochet. Sorry about that. I had to pause it for a minute. My husband came in, and I freeze when he is in the room or in the house for that matter. He's outside working in the yard now, so hopefully I can get this episode finished before he comes back in. Okay, so in the car going up to the Barter Theater, it's a pretty good drive. So I worked quite a bit of this shawl. I've got the ends should match. So like that is a completed end, and this end is, oh, here I am again with the mirrored camera. Anyway, I just have like a couple more rows of this, and then I need to add this green color, and I'll be finished. I started this thing in February. It's for a lady at my church, and her son had a car accident, a really serious car accident. And there's a lot of prayer in this prayer shawl. I sat one Sunday right after the accident and just prayed all day for her and crocheted on this. So I think it's going to be a beautiful. It could be a shawl or, you know, a blanket scarf. I really love it. And it's made with that new Joanne Big Twist Party yarn. So I'm almost finished with that. And I want to, I did go through my pattern. I have two binders full of patterns, and most of them are crochet, but I've added some knitting. And I went through those, and with more, I hadn't gone through them in a while, and with more crochet practice under my belt, I think I can tackle some of those and not be so afraid. So I'm going to crochet some sweaters, and then I'm going to get an easier pattern, maybe top down or flat, can be worked on straight needles and pieced together, something like that. An easier, um, a much easier, hopefully, um, knitted sweater pattern to tackle before I am no, I wasted so much time. It was learning, I suppose, but oh my goodness, I was so frustrated I was ready to just quit, and we can't do that. So I stepped back and started these projects. Well, I worked more on this scarf. This is my practice. The whole purpose of this project was just to practice my stockinette. This is the first stockinette project I've ever done. So instead of trying to do knit one, purl one, knit one, purl one sweater pattern on circular needles, I went back to this. And I want to finish that scarf, but I couldn't resist doing another one with another colorway called Nova Scotian Sky. I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby, and I think they still carry this colorway if I'm not mistaken. But I want to see how this works up because I love this yarn prints. They are certainly made for knitting. I want to show you the difference. This is just a circle that I crocheted. It's just double crochets. Look at the difference. I mean, you actually get this nice pattern when you're knitting, and I guess if you did back and forth single crochets, you could get something similar with this, but I just feel like this yarn is definitely made for knitting. So I'm thrilled. I am so thrilled that I know how to knit. I absolutely love it. And it just depends on my mood. Sometimes I come home and I want to crochet, and sometimes I come home from work and I want to knit. So I'm going to knit as we talk. So I've worked on that prayer shawl a little bit. I'd really like to finish that and give it to her by this weekend if at all possible. But if not, hey, I started it in February, it's August. It'll keep. But this is the uh, Caron Blossom cakes that I shared. I did an art haul, a yarn haul on these. I'm working with an 8mm hook on this, and I just, if I'm in the mood to crochet, I work on this. So what I think I want to do with this is maybe make a granny sweater, make two granny squares, join it together at the shoulders and then add the sleeves. I've never done that before, and I think this would make an absolutely gorgeous sweater. I don't know if I hold it closer, will it focus? But I love this yarn. It is so soft. Um, and it is yarn that I tried to knit on at first, and I realized it wasn't made for my knitting because it kept sticking to itself. So crocheting is not, I like that better. I've made a little bit of progress on the big old full-size bedspread I want to make. I think maybe one more square. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right now it's 6 squares, 6 10-round squares. And I think maybe 8 or 10 would go across the bed. And then I don't know if I'm going to do granny stripes or if I'll do more granny squares. Sorry, my husband came in again. Okay, so anyway, I am liking this better, I think. And of course, I've got all these ends that I need to sew in. But I'm making progress. So this weekend, I am trying to decide. I was a member last year of the High Country Watermedia Society in Boone, North Carolina. And I'm trying to decide this year if I want to go to the meeting. I haven't been to a meeting yet because it's like an hour and a half from me. So it's a good drive. And now I forgot where I was. Let's see. There we go. So I'm not sure yet if I'm going to go. It's at Cheap Joe's. The meetings are at Cheap Joe's Art Supply in Boone. And I love to go there. Love it. But I don't need any art supplies right now, and I've spent a gob of money. I just went and ordered new glasses this afternoon. I had my eyes examined for my yearly exam today, and so my eyes have actually improved. My nearsightedness has. And so I am very blind without glasses. I could not function. So I ordered another pair of glasses with the new lenses, and then I'm going to get new prescription lenses in these frames. So I'll have two pair. Right now I'm working on only one pair of glasses, and I wear them all the time. I can't even walk across the room without them very well. And so, well, I mean, I can, but I'd rather not. So anyway, I've got that expense. So I'm not sure I'm going to go to this meeting. Wes Waugh, if you're an artist, you may have heard of him. He is a workshop instructor and a fabulous painter in Boone, North Carolina. I think he's friends with Joe Miller, who is the owner of Cheap Joe's. So even if you're not in North Carolina, even if you're not in the United States, you probably have heard of Cheap Joe's because they have a fabulous website and sell art supplies. And I've been going to Cheap Joe's in Boone for probably over 25 years at least, maybe longer. My daughter, I used to take her when she was little, and she's 27. And there's actually a picture in one of their promotional materials from Cheap Joe's, a picture of she and I painting. I'll have to find that and show it to you. I think she was about 7, so that was 20 years ago. But I love to go there. I just love it. But I don't know what to do about this weekend. I was gone all last weekend, and I'm behind on laundry and all that stuff because I work full time and I only have that one day to get it all done. So, long story short, if I go, I will take you along with me, and we'll do some filming in the art supply store and along the journey. And if I don't go, then I will work in my studio, and that's kind of what I'm leaning toward, just because I'm really wanting to be home. Sometimes you can have too much um, inspiration and not enough time to just you know put it to use. So I've gotten all my new watercolors from the Hobby Lobby haul, and if you um, didn't watch that video, it's I think it's episode 6A. So we must be on episode 7. I guess this is episode 7. But anyway, so if I don't go to Boone, then I'm going to stay home and work in the studio and paint and play with those watercolors. I ordered a couple of new palettes that I'd like to show you for those watercolors, and I would just like to maybe take you along and uh, work in my art journal or just paint with you. I don't know. Tell me in the comments, do you enjoy the crochet more or the painting? I think, it's all part of my artsy life, so I can't really pick one over the other because I do both. So hopefully, people can just kind of pick what they're most interested in, but surely, between all the artsy things I do, you can find something that interests you. Um, but anyway, this weekend I do want to upload another video. This one was mainly to make up for last Saturday and to try out this new webcam. I had bought a cheaper webcam from Amazon, and I really apologize for the quality of my last video because of that webcam. I did not like it. I sent it back and I bought the one that I should have bought to begin with, and so hopefully the quality's better. Would appreciate you letting me know in the comments, if it needs work or if it's okay, what you think of it. So I've done just a little more on this. I can't wait until I can see what the pattern's going to be like. So I'm going to be working on this tonight. And my husband is going to cook us hamburgers for supper, so that's exciting. Um, so I think I've told you pretty much everything um, that I can think of. So I'm going to upload this video and let me know what you think of the quality. Thanks to all my new subscribers. Thank you to everybody that's here. It's just so much fun. And I hope you're enjoying it. And let me know. Let me know what you think. I will talk to you soon. Have a great evening.